I don't lie. I think his hand kind of slipped towards the front there, and gave it a little squeeze.
While you're playing,
Sir, you are not VIP enough for this.
And funny enough, it happens. Not happens a lot. It doesn't happen a lot. Releasing a song as well next week Friday. In fact, this is a little subtle plug. It wasn't intentional.
Obviously, the first part coming from your name, but it feels stupid to ask, but big Star Wars fan, I imagine.
A little bit. Not that big, actually. You'll be surprised.
Fuck, marry, kill. Big room, Afrotech, drum and bass.
I would kill Afrotech. Piano.
Yeah, just in the sense like you're chilling. No, wait. Give me a second.
How dare you put those three genres, that genre with the melody? Let's do it, yeah. I think that'll actually break the ice a little bit.
It's a vibe. Yeah. Can I also get a glass for my Coke? That'd be lovely.
The recording's on, eh?
Awesome.
You're just a vibes man, eh?
Yeah.
You say Dave's gonna pour us whiskey and I'm gonna record him.
Yeah,
I thought literally in front of like all the cameras at the worst angle. Like,
Yeah, 100. It's only nip, no head.
artistic.
Yes, boy. Welcome back to another episode of Vaabs Podcast. Vaabs. I am your host, Captain Lebrizal. To my right, it's your fave, Davey Delicious D. And behind the cameras, as always, we got your certified Vaabs controller, DJ D. And in the studio today, we have a very special guest for you guys.
From tropical vibes to deep dark dungeons of Johannesburg, our guest today has signed multiple international record labels, producing songs that feature. I always mess with the variety. How do you say? Variety. I even did this beforehand. Variety of genres that help contribute to larger storytelling. Spread some of South Africa's biggest festivals like Cotton Fest, and when he's not mixing in decks, he's breaking into hosting events under the company UNSCENE, hosting events like Black Panther Sundays, First Thursdays at Gallery Art Bar, and most recently, Sounds of Eden. Ladies and gentlemen, Jan Solo!
Thanks so much for having me.
Oh, thank you for being here, man.
Yeah, thank you so much for pulling
finally get you on.
What a vibe, yeah. Did you mention Cotton Fest?
Yeah.
We'll let that one slide.
Oh no, was it not happening?
Are you sure? Is that my bio?
It's in the.
No, we saw the picture of you.
We saw the picture of you on the poster.
You know what the funny thing is, actually? I'll give you a little filler here.
Yeah.
I think there's a hip hop DJ
You're joking.
that goes by the name of Jan Solo as well.
Are we gonna have to fight some hip hop DJ?
No, but I don't think he's active anymore. That was like old news. Yeah.
Oh, he took it away.
What a way to start a podcast. Awkward
Yeah.
vibes.
Lebs and I was saying last night.
we were literally like, what would he have done
we're
at
like,
Cotton
this
Fest?
doesn't fit.
I mean, I would love to be at Cotton.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Burgundy Berg though. That was solid, yeah.
We're gonna change it up. We'll edit in Berg in the Berg.
Let's actually like call that Jan Solo guy and like.
Yeah. Hey man, just a question. Where you at?
Yo, like, bro, you should be here, not me.
Imagine you get out the car and we're just like, Alex.
Lebs and I were doing, because we normally do all the research like beforehand, like just the week before, and then on Monday we compile all the questions. And then Lebs literally was like, "Oh, you did Cotton Fest," and I was like, I swear I don't know what Cotton Fest is. Then
It's actually your fault, Lebs.
Yeah, I took the brunt of it. I was like, it's fine.
It's so chill, man. Like, it's fun.
Yeah,
It's
the
actually an
intense
ongoing
stuff.
inside joke, like with the whole.
No, it's nice though.
Because like I'll be like tagged in flyers and be like,
Yeah.
"You know, contact me for this." I'm gonna rock up with my USB and
Yeah,
play.
be like,
Like,
let's go, guys.
my name's on the flyer.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you booked me, just click the post.
That
You'll
was the
see.
problem, bro. Especially when I moved back from Cape Town, and I wasn't really in the scene in Joburg. This guy was just getting
Booked.
booked quite a lot. There was hip hop events and stuff. And I
No.
was,
But otherwise, how you doing, brother?
yeah, not bad, bro. Yeah, very good.
Yeah,
Happy
that's
to be here. Yeah, feeling fresh. Just
Yeah.
came out of that Douglas Dale version active. So
It's a dodgy scene, man.
Very dodgy, bro.
But yeah, so we obviously you producer, DJ, fucking event organizer now.
yes, sir.
That's crazy. And I remember us speaking about it last week, and you were saying that you do it now all full time.
Yeah, well, the whole music career has been full time now. Really putting my entire heart and energy into it, and it looks like it's reciprocating in a good way. So
Yeah.
we'll keep pushing through the way we are. Yeah.
No, 100%. How's that like risk or that jump for you almost?
Risk massive, but I mean, what doesn't have risk, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
you got to just do what you have to do. I mean, I really believe in it. I've got a very strong team behind me as well, who truly we got the same vision. So yeah, I mean, it is risky, but at the same time, it's what we love doing, man. So it's gonna work out at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I was gonna say probably also motivates you even more to do it. Like, oh, it's fine. Like, I don't have that safety net now. and
There
I
is
can
no
push
safety
this.
net,
Yeah.
exactly, bro. So it's like now you have to make it work. So you know,
yeah.
put in all the energy into it. You know, now it's you got the time.
Mm,
You know what I mean? So utilize that time and make it worthwhile.
Yeah. How did you manage to balance it for like, you've been doing it for over 10 years now? I think.
Yeah, well, production over almost 11, 12 years now. Music events, that's honestly has only been not even a year yet. Yeah. We started in September last year, and to be honest, like things have been picking up so well.
Yeah.
We're really excited to see what we're going. But like I said, man, I wouldn't have been able to do this without the team that I have and the love and support that I get from everyone else. Yeah.
Yeah. That's beautiful, man. So how would you say, like, over that time trying to balance it for 10 years, how did you come to the decision that you're like, okay, now I feel like I've been a producer, I've been a DJ, now I want to get into like events, managing, throwing parties?
You know, it's a funny question because initially it started off as like, let me try and penetrate the scene by doing the events myself. I think there was, I don't know who it was, there was a guest speaker on 5FM. They said, you know, like throw your own parties. If you want to get booked, start booking out of DJs. So that's what we're doing. And Pablo from Western Engine actually told me once, he's like, welcome to the industry, my boy. Now you're running events so you can book yourself. And that's the reality of it. So, but no, it's bigger than that. And yeah, that's honestly what's motivating us to keep going. We're really building a strong foundation in the scene. So
Yeah, 100%.
yeah.
I feel like it's very like refreshing to see. I feel like a lot of people are starting up like new events companies and stuff like that. How would you say like Unseen differentiates itself from other people who throw similar parties?
That's a good question, man, because there are so many event companies out there. Unseen is a play on words. Initially, it started off as the untapped potential, the unseen, you know, the unseen talent, which slowly evolved to being the unseen scene. You know, the scene that you haven't experienced yet. It's the ultimate example, epitome of class and vibiness as well. So, you know, we don't deal with ratchet vibes. It's more like we try to keep it a little bit more sophisticated. We do let loose, but we let loose in a very well-mannered way. But it's purely music focused, purely talent focused, and we like to give people who really are hungry and deserve the shot to be seen. And that's where Unseen comes in to unveil the curtains on those untapped potential or untapped talent out there. Yeah.
That's really nice as well, because even with Sons of Eden, you had over 30 artists playing, and it's like you had some smaller names in there. So it's like everyone that came to see the big names also gets to see like the new up and coming people as well.
Absolutely. But and also just a network of networking, like create, you know, a hub for people to just get together, like-minded people. I mean, there's always been this sort of gap or like barrier into like penetrating the market. But slowly but surely, I feel like people are, you know, taking a chance. And it's not just me that's taking this risk. You know, I've talked to multiple other talents and artists out there, and they're like, bro, this is all we're doing. We're giving this our all. So it's motivating to see that. And at least we're not alone anymore. You know,
No.
we got backing.
Yeah, 100%. It's almost like when one of your mates makes a hectic decision, you're like, That's a bit deep, but you know what? It makes me feel like I'm also in.
I can also do some wild stuff now.
I mean, that depends what sort of mate you are. You either make that bad decision with him, or you try to be like that bad friend that says, "Don't do that."
Yeah, 100%. Be both.
Yeah, be both.
Don't do that. But if it works out, man, I'll be right there with you. Oh gosh. So in terms of like the last event I saw as well, like you say, to like your point about it being very talent driven. Like I feel like on the lineup there were artists that I didn't even know like by name, but like
Sounds
I'd
of Eden.
at Sounds of Eden, and I would walk inside and then it'll just be like quality music, like
Yeah,
quality
absolutely,
mixing, like giving them that kind of chance. It's like, does that come from your own, almost like when you were starting off in the industry, or?
That's actually a very good point. Yeah, I think in a sense it's like I don't want to use the word revenge, like vengeance, like here we are.
Vindication.
It's not that hectic, man. But look, it's purely, we focus on production a lot. Like if not production, I mean, you can be a talented DJ as well. I mean, that's an art on its own. But I mean, people that make their own music should ideally, I feel like, be heard as well. At least give it a shot. I'm not saying all producers can DJ, because that's a totally different skill on its own. But we look for the overall package, right? And what do you have to offer of value? Because we obviously will ideally, we're not there yet, but ideally I want Unseen to become this sort of mentorship company that holds these brings these talents under their wings and guides them forward. There's a lot of up and coming DJs and stuff, and I've been fortunate enough to be able to even deal with some of them. But that's basically what we want with Unseen, is just to have people shine and have their platform, to have a voice. Yeah.
100%.
I know it sounds like a charity show.
We throw fucking sick parties, and also if you want to go,
If you want to have a voice at our party, come rock it. Just stay away from the drugs.
oh god, yeah.
I think DJs, like DJing and the whole going out world has been very closed off though for how long? Like it's always about who you know, and that's the big thing. So
most industries are like that, aren't they, man?
Yeah.
If you know the right people, you can get up there. But I mean, come to the event and meet the people.
Yes,
and that's what we're about. So come.
Oh, yeah.
Come show your face. Come be seen.
Come be seen. 100%.
What goes into throwing your events, especially with Sounds of Eden, that looked like a massive mission to throw?
Well, yeah, man. I mean, what Sounds of Eden was beautiful, bro. Just the way it came into fruition. We were at my girlfriend's birthday party, and we were a little bit litty, and one of the Verve guys, Alex, I've been fortunate enough to work with the Verve crew as well. I don't know if you guys have met them, but it's Alex, Brandon, and Kim, and obviously I have my team behind myself as well. But it was just an idea that we sparked up at my girlfriend's party, and we were like, "Yo, bro, we should definitely collab, bro, cool, let's do it." And literally on that following Monday, we sat down, we met up, and we're like, "What are we gonna do? Are we actually gonna execute this? Cool, let's do it." And bro, I think we took about 4 months planning, and step by step, bro, we each had our duties, and we made sure we stick on the timeline, keep each other responsible and accountable. And that's basically it, man. I mean, I think organization is very important.
Yeah.
In terms of you should know what you're doing, what you're best at. I'm sure just like you guys,
Yeah. Delegation.
You guys has a purpose here, you know what I mean? That's exactly it. My point exactly.
So in terms of that event specifically, I know we keep talking about it, but on the same weekend, we won't say what it was, but there was also a very large event happening.
There was many large events happening.
Many large events, yeah. So when you see that, when you've decided to book the date, book the artists, all of that, and then you see something like that come up, are you like, oh shit, or are you like, okay, fine, we have to hook up, figure out?
I think a particular event that we shall not name actually gave me a bit of a fright when I first found out the date, and I was scattering to everyone. I was like, guys, we should really think about maybe changing the date or whatever. But then, and we were about to, but then we were like, no, guys, let's make a stand. We're offering a different vibe, a different experience to a whole different market. Our entire marketing campaign strategy is different, so let's just keep at it. If anything, bro, I mean, if we can execute this, we will definitely penetrate the scene in terms of being seen as one of the, we're not messing around. Like,
Yeah,
we actually put our
100%.
heart and energy into it, and I think it really showed. And I think no matter what, bro, if any obstacle came in our way, I think we would have managed to like figure it out, and that was one of them, a big one actually.
Yeah,
We fought through. Yeah.
I think it's nicer because if you go and you change the date, then you kind of let them win. It's like, nah, we're gonna keep
That's
the
right,
date. We're gonna
yeah.
keep the dates, and you're gonna see.
That's right. Yeah.
I think it's nice as well because they also kind of planned a bit differently, like in the sense of time. So it was like you still got the people coming through at least.
Yeah,
So like you don't have
yeah.
to worry too much about it.
Yeah, I think it was also polar opposites if you think about it. You
Oh,
know what I
fully.
mean? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Justin,
not-
dude.
you know, X, Y, and Z is awesome to go and draw at, but I mean, at the same time, I love places like Toy Toy and Truth and stuff like that. I mean, I play there quite often, but I mean, it's sometimes, you want to cater to something a bit more free and open air. And besides, our event started at 2, it ended at 2. Do you know what I mean? So you guys can go and
Don't
party
need to see
wherever
the
else you want to go afterwards. You know?
Afterwards, the world's your oyster. I'm going home,
Yeah.
man. I threw a great party.
Which
and-
many people actually did. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think in future, actually, it's a good idea to even collaborate with these events and be like, if people come to our event, how about they get some sort of discounted
I've
joint?
always said that as
you
well,
know?
where it's like go and if you have that band, then you can get like either that
Exactly,
band
bro.
half off.
It's so simple. And it can be done easily.
100%. Yeah. It's
I
all
think-
about that collaboration. I guess.
Yeah. I think with so many now like event hosting things, I don't know if it's competitive in that sense or if there's room for everyone to grow, but I don't think people are still thinking like, oh, we should all bind
I think
together.
there's enough room for everyone to go, bro.
Fully,
I
yeah.
mean, you need to obviously have your own place in the grand scheme of things. If you have something to value for the scene, bro, then why not? You should grow.
No,
You know what I mean? I want you to grow.
no.
We all can benefit from it. I would love to benefit from better parties, better music, better DJs, why not? Is this okay here? Okay.
So speaking more to like the open air style of the event that you hosted, a lot of your music that you make as well in production sounds very like open air Sunday vibe, like really calm and relaxed. But when we did the cheeky little bit of research there, man was big EDM, big room style, heavy
day.
fucking build up.
Back in the day, heavy build-ups.
Yeah, what was that transition like? Like,
That's when I started, bro. I was a huge big room head.
Yeah.
That's, you're talking about, Cindy Sampson, Martin Garrix, Afrojack, Hardwell. Those guys were my biggest inspirations. I mean, even Martin Garrix. I mean, let's not give the guy hate, bro. The guy's killing it. Yeah, man, that was it. I was literally making the craziest big room back then. But unfortunately, there was no market for it here in South Africa.
Yeah.
It was always Deep House, which I love, by the way. The transition was difficult. I'm not going to lie. It took me a while to break away from that formula. Intro, build up, drop, breakdown, build up, drop again, outro.
Bigger drops.
red light to headlight.
More sirens.
More sirens. Oh, fuck's sakes.
Yeah.
What actually goes into for you like doing a song, like making a song? Because like you're saying, it's storytelling in that sense. So what actually goes into it from conception into actually bringing it out into the world?
The beginning part is always different, but I think there's two different ways I like to categorize my production. It's more like, one is I go in there with a purpose. And it's like, cool, I want to make X, Y, and Z for that label, or that's the direction I want to go towards.
Yeah.
And then I'll have a sort of like direction of what I go, and I'll formulate what I want. Most of the time, I should be doing the prior first, but a lot more. I mean, but most of the time I just sit down and I just let what happens, what comes to me, just let it flow. I think that way I let the music make itself through me. I like to think of myself as a tool, and the more I polish myself up, my skills up and my knowledge up on my production, I feel like the more music as an entity is able to project its
Self
message
through
through me, into whatever it is. It doesn't have to be that deep, but I think I let the music make itself. Sometimes, most of the time when I overthink it and I take too long to make a song, I defeat the purpose, and most of the time I don't finish it, and all that time is wasted. You know what I mean? And you don't want that.
Yeah, the amount of times you've heard people say like make a song for like 3 weeks and then once that's done, it's like, I don't want to see this thing. Like, it's not going to be finished. I don't want to see it. Throw it away.
I hate my songs. No, I'm joking. I love my music. Don't get me wrong. I can't stand listening to them though. Like, jeez.
That's literally us with this podcast. Every time we hear a voice, like, oh god.
No, I get excited for the ones I'm working on right now
Yeah.
because they're still fresh, you know. But then once you start getting into the technicalities, little nitty gritty stuff, bro, it's like, it's a headache, man.
No, I can imagine.
Yeah.
Especially because I feel like your production now, it sounds so like refined. Like even the tune that you dropped last month as well.
Oh
sounds
yeah. That's very. There's a lot of intricacies in it.
yeah. And that's what I always admire about music production. It's like I was saying on the last episode that we had, I don't know what I don't know about production. You know what I mean? Like even people who jaw don't know what they don't know. They just know that sounds nice.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's actually a very, very good point, bro, because I think a lot of producers can actually learn from that because there's not just myself, but hundreds of other producers that I know, like they get stuck in the same loop of overworking a song. I mean, look at what Skrillex and Fortet and them are doing right now, bro. It's so simple. Fred again, bro. That guy's killing it.
bro.
Dude, it's so simple. Yeah, that's not simple, but I mean, the structure of the song is just clean. There's not a lot of elements and everything just shines, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to make the song. I mean, sure, a good mix down is important. A good master is very important, but you cannot mask a shitty song by mixing and mastering it. You know what I mean? It has to be good. Like, make a basic song that just slaps. People aren't gonna like be like, oh no, that kick was off or that snare was a little bit high. Like,
Yeah.
people just like, did it rock me in the crowd? Like, am I feeling it? Yeah, sure, it works.
Yeah, 100%.
That's what's important.
How was the jump going from producing to DJing? Like being from your desk and now being in front of a massive crowd. Like what was that like?
The DJing transition also, I mean, I always messed around on like small decks. I'm sure you've heard many DJs mention virtual DJ.
Yeah, have to.
I used to play at socials and stuff at my schools. I was always that guy with the music. I used to carry my computer like box all around. You know, that's how it used to be. Yeah, it's
Not even
crazy.
a laptop.
No, not even a laptop, bro. Sorry. Now that I think about it, it's crazy. Monitor and everything, bro. Keyboard.
You want a
mouse.
request? You gotta come through this.
100%. Even kids at that time, they're shouting at you, he's sinking! I'm not fucking sinking.
No, I'm restarting. That's what I'm doing. But
Fax
yeah,
machine
man,
noises.
I'm DJing in like crowds and stuff. I mean, look, we mentioned I was in Cape Town a while back, and I was getting fairly booked fairly regularly that side. But I also took a little bit of a break before I came into the Joburg scene, and in that time, obviously, I'm always producing, so I really managed to focus on my production. But the DJing, I mean, sure, whatever you don't work on in a while, you can become rusty, but as soon as you're back on it again, you pick it up. I mean, it's like muscle memory, like riding a bike.
Yeah, 100%. So which one of those spheres fills you like the most? Like the being in the crowd and like playing your songs for the people, or is it like also like you just enjoy the process of making it regardless of
The process of making music? The process of making music, I'm obsessed with. Yeah, it's actually a problem. But DJing for a crowd, bro, and playing your own song, that is just a different story on its own.
Hand in
That's-
hand.
Now that's a good question. If you like, what's it like making a song and then playing it for a crowd? It's like, that's something else. That's something special, and that's something that keeps me going. You know, there's moments where I sit down and I envision like how the crowd would react, and I'm like, yes. This is it. And then once you actually play it and they react like that, then you're onto something. You know?
Yeah, 100%.
It's something special. Yeah.
That must be so beautiful, man. There with the signature solo hand as well.
Have you guys tried DJing before?
Nowhere near. I do bartending on the side, and there's always a DJ deck next to me. And I'm always there, like maybe I dabble, but
You should
but
dabble, bro.
I don't. My thing is exactly what you're saying. I don't know what I don't know. I don't even know where to start. Like I look at it, I'm just like, all I can do is just spin this thing.
Oh, the jog wheels.
Yeah, just spin the entire thing back. I wouldn't know where to start.
You bartend at Babylon.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the inside floor.
Yeah, that outside. Oh, it's
The one with the TV.
they all
the
got
infamous
TVs.
TV.
Don't worry, there's a lot. Wherever you go, there's a TV.
They mainly play techno outside, like outside bar. So that's like techno and like
Yes, the outside bar is more
Yeah.
like underground stuff. Yeah. No, I've played on both floors there. I prefer the one on the outside.
outside. Is more,
I don't know.
more
The
relaxed.
setup at Babylon is weird, bro. Like you
Oh,
play
don't
because
worry.
for some reason when you're playing, the crowd is never facing the DJ.
Yeah,
The
there
crowd
was
is
Yeah.
always facing the bar.
100%.
So I thought about it. I was like, wait, why is that? And I realized it's
There's
probably because
mirrors.
there's a giant mirror there.
Yeah.
I was gonna say they're also self-centered. Those people, those patrons,
Who's self-centered?
the patrons. Yeah, they just want to look at themselves while they're dancing, like ooh, full of themselves. I'm sure,
And the bartenders.
full of themselves.
Body shots here and there.
Yeah.
We once went to Babylon once, and there was this guy on stage, shirtless, and he was on the stage. DJ's behind him, and he's staring at the mirror, but it's so fucking obvious. So he's standing there like,
Oh,
and he's like fucking like jawling hard, but like looking at his fucking pics, bro. Like and lit like whole night, bro. Like didn't.
Oh.
It was terrible.
yo,
just
that
stop
sounds
looking.
like something I probably would have done.
No, I was on
kidding,
the
never.
dancers.
To be fair, he did kind of look like you.
Oh, maybe. Oh shit, it wasn't me. Oh, it was the other young solo.
We did research. I didn't post pictures.
Give the name.
Yeah.
Obviously, the first part coming from your name, but it feels stupid to ask, but big Star Wars fan, I imagine.
A little bit. Not that big, actually. You'd be surprised. So what's the question?
How did your DJ name
right.
come about?
Jan, well, Poyan is my
Yeah.
name.
Yeah.
Jan, Y-A-N, is the last three letters of my name. And my birthday is on the 4th of May, which is International Star Wars Day.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
May
yeah.
the 4th be with you. And there's a character called Han Solo, so I was like, Jan Solo.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
Yeah, that's it. To be fair though, like if I could go back in time and change my DJ name, I mean, I still could.
Yeah.
I probably would.
What names are cooking about inside?
No, we can't go there right now. At this point, I'll probably just use my name.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, let's not overthink it, you know.
100%.
It's unique enough as it is, so let's just,
Yeah, that's
might as
true.
well use it.
Overthinking it is where you got today. Where got you here
No, but
today.
I'm happy with Jan Solo. It's doing well, so
Yeah, it's a
we'll
hard
keep
ass
riding that
name.
wave.
Yeah, 100%. So, in terms of that, like producing your own music and stuff like that, it's not necessarily like the process, but like with your song, like Landadno, it had a specific vibe to it, a specific energy for it. When you play your sets, do you think about the music that you've made and want to make the set around your music, or do you just still try and make it around the vibe of wherever you've been booked for?
Oh no, definitely when I'm playing, it's the vibe of the event.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, if I can fit my own songs in there, great, even better. But yeah, like you mentioned earlier, my music is all over the place. It's very broad. You got some like chilled ones, you got some harder ones,
Yeah.
and if I'm lucky enough to be able to at least fit one or two songs into my sets, then by all means I'll do it. But that's the goal ultimately, isn't it? Is to play a set fully
All your
original
music.
stuff. You know, bring the vibe to the event for your time slot. That's initially the goal you wanna, or at least I would like to strive towards.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely preparing a set also. I mean, sure, I might have a preparation playlist, for example, but when I'm actually at the event, seldomly I go in order. I'm always going
Everything's
back to
getting
different
changed.
playlists and trying to
yeah.
like fit the vibe of the moment.
Yeah, that was definitely a question we wanted to ask is what does the USB look like when you pull up to the event?
What does
300
the
different
USB
songs.
look like?
Yeah, when you open up the USB, what is the file situation there?
But also physically, like, what is it, yellow?
What is it? Yeah, what is the actual? Yeah.
Oh no, my USB is silver. There's always silver lining. I mean, is this a trick question? No, yeah, I mean, it's what anything shows, I guess. Well, if depends what you plug it in, because if you just plug it into CDJs, you just see what the CDJs show you, right? Mm-hmm. But if you plug it into a laptop, that's a different story. You know, you might just see some things that you're not supposed to.
Double XL file of don't open this shit or you'll die.
You said it, bro. Double XL, you say.
Triple even, why not? When you do do you do a lot of prep nowadays? Like the more you do like your DJing, do you still
I always prep, bro, before a set. Yeah, whether it's an hour before or a few days before, I make sure I always make time for prepping. I just don't feel good going to any gig, no matter how small or big it is, and not being prepared, or at least not having the idea of being prepared. I mean, most of the songs I'll probably put in the playlist are repeat songs in any case that I probably have in my other playlists. But just the idea of taking the time and sitting down, or adding just one or two more songs into there that you just found, I think that's very important. I'm always hunting for music, so I've always got new music to add.
Yeah.
So yeah, I always prep before.
one of the questions I want to ask was the music that you make. Who do you feel like? Do you have like a big influence in terms of like the music that you make? Do you think there's someone that kind of sounds familiar to the stuff that you like or you make?
I would like to think that I would be aspiring towards certain artists' levels. There are many artists that I aspire to. Yes, definitely. Recently, I mean, you guys know the Afterlife guys. You know, Tale of Us have always been inspirational. But I mean, their new I forgot the actual guy's real name, but Anima is one of the guys. And his project Anima is just incredible, and you can hear a lot of other artists trying to jump on that train wagon, like they're just making the same.
Last year it was big.
2022 is massive.
Massive,
sound,
bro.
yeah.
But I mean, it's even that's evolving, and that's beautiful. But I mean, yeah, man, Township Rebellion, for example, recently that's the direction that I've been looking towards. It's a lot more driving, uplifting, still dark and underground, but there's still something about it that lifts you up. You know, I'm not the biggest fan of redundancy or repetitiveness. It's just I like change. There should always be some like coming in and there,
A little bit of a flair.
You know, I like those things.
Yeah, 100%. Those are the best
Don't
noises.
tease me with a repetitive bass drum loop.
Yo,
Yeah.
all consistent, man. I got listening to it the whole time. I always like remembered.
What's that?
No, because last year when techno and like that tech house first started coming in, they all just used to play the same songs over and over again. And I've got that like drum line still in my head forever. And I'm just like, I can't get it out.
It's like it's engraved in you,
Yeah,
bro.
it's part of my life now.
I feel like lost my train. Let's let it go. Let's let the train go.
Breathe, bro. It's fine.
Breathe, bro. Don't worry. I'm a chilled guy. I'm actually human, just like you guys. That's what I wanted to ask. Because I feel like sitting here and like talking to you now is like you're very like, I don't know, your personality like very much shines through. You don't seem like a shy person at all. And even when we were like looking at your videos and stuff, when you promote your music, like your humor and stuff like that also shines through there. Do you think it's like an important thing for a DJ to have? Is that like charisma almost, or is it?
Yo, bro, if you think I've got charisma, thank you, though.
You can stay.
No, I don't know, man. It's tough to break out of that bubble even now, but I mean, you saw how nervous I was before walking in here, bro. Like, I don't know if you sensed it, but I was like,
Nah, I don't even
can I vape in here? Like,
take the edge off.
you thought I put the whiskey for you guys, you know?
Can I get a bit more of that quickly?
Look, I do think charisma is important in any aspects, bro. You know, being a sociable person, I think is important. But DJing, there's a lot of introverts in the industry, bro. You'll be surprised. I mean, some people might think you're a dick, but honestly, maybe that guy just got social anxiety, you know, just doesn't
100%.
feel comfortable talking or had a rough day, you know. But I always try to be nice. That it's important to me, you know, to be friendly, to always smile, because I would like that energy back. I'm a sensitive oak, and if someone doesn't smile at me, I'm like, yo, what did I do?
Throws your whole day
wrong?
off.
Yeah.
You're the
Bro, it
DJ
throws
like,
my whole
man,
day
what was he so angry about?
on my way here, bro, like I think I missed the turn. I was trying to do a U-turn, and this motorbike, I mean, it was my fault. I didn't indicate. But he drove by and just saw at me, bro. I was like, yo, bro, like, why? I wanted to follow him and apologize. But
Yeah, you're like, bro, I get it. It was my fault. Come now. Are we cool though?
Follows him, gets out the car, like, I'm so sorry, man. It's like, no, I just want to say sorry.
exactly. Like,
Please leave
I'm
me.
apologizing.
100%.
I find it interesting when you say like, because I feel like most creatives are introverts. I actually would think that it's like the majority of creatives actually are introverts. Like instead of, because they kind of like show their personality through their art. You know what I mean? So like it's interesting to me that you say that, because I feel like it's
That's
true.
a very
It's
good point,
true.
bro. And yeah, most of them are, man. And it's the silent ones that shine, actually, you know.
And the mysterious, bro. Being mysterious helps. I feel like everyone that's mysterious, I'm like, I fucking love you, bro. Like I don't know anything about you, and it's just like, I want to know you, but you're not giving me anything. It's like, fuck.
we can talk about that.
We can speak about it though. Alvai says that we have an hour-long podcast every single week for the past 2 years. There's nothing mysterious about us anymore. If you wanted to know our opinions on anything,
You guys are pretty mysterious. Just, just don't smile.
I've tried. I tried.
It's easy. Just stay silent. Just
Yeah.
Smolder.
So
rather.
mysterious.
smirk.
Smirk. I was like,
Yeah.
good chief. So this is probably the most exciting part about the episode for some of our guests.
Okay, great.
Who knows? Maybe you as well. But it's our vibe checks. Davey, you want to tell the people what a vibe check is real quickly?
Vibe check is essentially where we're given a question, and the easy answer is good vibes, bad vibes, mid vibes, fantastic, the worst.
And
You get to pick your adjective at that point.
Amazing.
Don't have to elaborate, but it'll be fantastic if you do.
he always
We need the content, please.
I love how you always give them the option. It's very kind.
No,
I'll
it's
try-
like never
I'll try
have ever.
elaborate.
You need to. If you don't need to.
Okay, so the first vibe check is vibe check on being in the crowd versus being backstage.
Oh, being in the crowd, definitely. Oh, am I supposed to say vibes?
You
vibes?
can, yeah, good
What-
vibes, man.
Good
Great
vibes.
vibe. No, well, being in the crowd, great vibes.
Yeah. Do you
As
prefer?
opposed to being backstage. Backstage is boring, guys.
Lebs and I have said this so many
I mean,
times.
come on. It grinds my gears why people always want to go backstage.
Yeah,
It's-
everyone's like, "Oh, can you get backstage?" It's like, why though? Like, if you can offer me front of stage, if you can push through a crowd, that's what I want from you.
Yeah, take the barrier, lift it, and then let me go under and then close it.
It's clout though.
It is. I think it's attention.
Yeah, 100%.
But backstage is honestly the most boring place of the party. But bro, be in the front. Take your shirt off. Let loose. Sweat. Bring a towel.
Get people to stick to you. I'm sorry.
We went in a fucking small room, man. God damn it. It's so
You're
frustrating.
getting too big, my guy.
Yeah, a little bit. It's just that I'm
It's that Douglas Dale joke.
He's meditating too much.
yeah, there's no meditation.
No meditation.
No meditation.
There's no mind and body studio.
Yeah, I'm there with my mind and body. Always in the gym. Crafting. Yeah, but 100%. I feel like now, like last year, or this year actually, is the first time we've been in the position to be like backstage at places and stuff.
Okay.
And like it's when you're jawling and you look at it, you're like, oh, that seems pretty cool. But then once you know what it's like, you're like, damn, that's not as cool as I thought it would be.
Yeah, so what did you... Didn't feel it, eh?
No,
we left.
You also can't hear the music properly when you're backstage.
That's what I've
Exactly.
never understood. You're behind the entire speaker, so it's like you're missing so much of everything.
I mean, look, I understand if there's a bar back there.
Oh yeah, that's fair. But
Well, that's
and,
always
and if it's
nice.
on the house, sure.
Mm.
Like, it makes sense. Go get your drink, come back.
100%.
But if you're just rotting there, bro. Why are you at the party, my friend?
Oh, it's his body on Sunday as well, where it was literally like the backstage was, it was like all the lights were anywhere but backstage. Backstage was like pitch black, and there were just people sitting, there was 2 couches set up like this, were next to a highway. It was just the most dodgy
Next
vibe
to a
ever.
highway.
Yeah, have you ever been to Fair Sundays?
No, what's that?
Fair
Fear Sundays.
First.
Oh, first Sundays. Where?
No, Bedford View.
Bailey's.
No,
No,
it's The View. It's called The View in Bedford View.
I haven't.
Yeah,
Is it
it's
a vibe?
literally right on the N1.
So they're like literally all couches there on the one.
There's couches and literally like 100 meters this way is the N1. A gate
Oh, so you mean like it's like fenced off?
Yeah,
by
yeah.
the highway.
right by the
So you can
highway.
actually see inside it while you're driving past the highway.
Oh, fully,
You
yeah.
could, but I've always tried to see it, but I don't know where it is exactly. So I'll just be driving and I'm like, there, no, it's not there, fuck's sakes. But yeah, no, dodgy vibes.
Turn it into a highway party. Just open the gates. Lock it off.
Whoever gets across first gets free drinks.
Fuck's sakes.
I'm
And whoever doesn't. God damn. Fuck's sakes, I was telling David.
entrance
Drinking
before.
and driving will be the least of your problems.
God damn. Next vibe check. Right, we spoke about this one on Thursday, but I just wanted to, get your opinion away from listening ears and to the masses here.
Yeah.
But vibe check on keeping your ex's pics on your IG
On IG.
Like, oh,
after you break up.
Bad vibes, bro. Yeah, what the hell is up with that?
Thank you for vindicating us.
we asked it the one day and we got some dodgy answers from people who were like, "No, I
Well,
had
it's
a good
okay to
time."
have your
Yeah.
dating a girl and then you just go to Instagram like, oh, so who's
Imagine-
that guy? Like, best friend, gay friend, cousin, brother.
No,
No,
it's
my ex, bro.
What? Excuse me.
Your options are still open. That's what that means.
Yeah, that's very true. even if you're cuffed, it's dangerous.
Even if you're cuffed.
Yeah, even if you're cuffed and you keep them on and you're like, no, it's a diary of everyone I've
Do
been
you
with.
actually do that, eh?
Yeah.
From the answers we got on that one question, people were like, "No, I had a good time with them. Why would I take it down?" It's like,
Yeah, it's like,
but
I think it's a thing that a lot of girls would do.
yeah, they're
Well,
very,
not a lot of girls, but it's a girl thing.
Yeah.
I would say, yeah.
a lot of the gents that replied were like, no ways, red
How
flag,
dare
run
they?
away.
Post pictures of their current girlfriend, you know?
Can I ask a question that follows on from this? Because we didn't get into this too much, I don't think. Would you keep, or do you have right now, girls that you've hooked up with on your Instagram? Because it's not like you dated.
No,
Take
but
it
what do
easy,
you mean?
boy.
Like
don't.
as a follower? Or
No,
pictures?
as pictures. Like you've got like just you and her as a picture. It was a good time, but you've hooked up with them, right? And they're still on your Instagram. Is that a red flag?
And if you're single,
And regardless, single in
I
a
mean,
relationship.
if you had a good time,
so if you're single, you can
keep it
do
in your
what
memory
you
book. You know what I
want.
mean?
100%.
That can't be.
Because I'm thinking of my Instagram right now, and that's why I brought this up. Because
What are you
Oh,
scared?
you've got something. You got some things that you gotta hide now.
maybe I should take off.
What are you not telling us, Dylan?
You dug
So,
yourself
do you have,
into a
you have
hole,
pictures
yeah.
of people you've hooked up with?
Yo, this is tough, eh?
You asked the question.
I know, I was hoping you guys would fuck yourselves.
This is like a therapy session now, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
Look, I do.
Yeah.
Grabs the whiskey. I do, guys. I do.
Maybe I should take them down, honestly. Because I don't know. I've never deleted a picture ever of Instagram. Like, ever. So my whole life's there. But, like, I feel like I probably should.
How long have you had Instagram for?
Fuck long, bro.
Yeah.
Like, when did it come out? 2012. Yeah, must have had it, like, in 2012. I don't think I've ever deleted a picture. I've still got pictures of, like, fucking cross. Like a nice Catholic Jesus cross.
really?
Like, it's one of my favorite pictures.
It's like, cross, is that a sport?
Who's upset, boy?
Yeah, angry.
But anyways, I'll revisit later. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Thanks for that.
We'll do it afterwards.
I mean, keep it, bro. You haven't deleted anything before. Just keep that streak.
yeah, because then it seems like you got something to hide if you just delete
Yeah,
that
yeah.
one. Then
Are you catching feelings, my boy?
oh,
I'm so glad I'm the editor.
You still leave this shit in anyway. Oh, gosh. Do you ever delete stuff, like, from, like, your old, maybe, gigs that you played, like...
I've seldomly deleted it. I
Jeez.
mostly archive, yeah. But I mean, also, guys, like, if I wasn't pursuing this music journey, I wouldn't be on social media, to be honest.
I feel the exact same.
And it's unfortunate that we need
Yeah.
Instagram and
Such a big
Facebook
thing.
and TikTok. I mean,
Yeah.
God, TikTok, bro.
Yeah, it's a bit...
But yeah, I mean, I would have been off the map.
Yeah.
If I wasn't pushing my music.
100%.
So that's why if you also go onto my page, it's just
Music related.
like I even post pictures of my mom or anything, you know. Maybe I should, but
She's there like, why didn't you ever post me?
why did you post me?
what's my quarrel with it? I don't have a problem with it. I think it's great for creatives and stuff. But personally, I just feel like I like to keep my life private, my personal life. You know what I mean? Anything outside of that, sure. But yeah, I'm half and half. I'm a bit of an introvert and an extrovert too. So sometimes I like to go into my cave and just, you know, be a hermit and not get out.
No.
100%.
Hence why the hair's growing, you know.
Nah, back it. It's luscious. Very
This is Jan Soli you're talking to right now, not Poyan.
Oh,
I'm
his
just
boy.
talking shit.
As soon as he gets home, whole different guy.
Yeah, 100%.
I can quickly go bring you Poyan. If you want.
What's happening here?
I was gonna ask earlier about the DJ name thing. Like, and you said you'd go under your name. Like, why not? So we had Repulse on last week, and he was
Yeah.
talking about different aliases he has, right? So that he plays like almost different genres under different aliases. Like, why don't you? Like, I'm just interested. Have you thought about that, or is that maybe an option?
It definitely is an option. It's definitely something that I'm looking into. I'm not just making electronic techno, you know, like I've also made a lot of hip hop songs for other artists before that I've just given out with my name not being on it, you know. Just it's a matter of it's hard work to just start a brand again, but I mean, why not, you know? Yeah, I'm definitely gonna branch out into different genres. don't think I can't keep making the same sort of music. If anything, I'm gonna either evolve what I'm making now, or I'm just gonna branch out into something entirely different, but still keeping what I've got. You know, so I'm not gonna
100%.
just let go of what I've got. Never.
Yeah.
But definitely would like to branch out into different genres. But then in that case, I'll definitely have to use a different alias. It's unfortunate that that's the case as well.
Yeah.
You know, why not have David Guetta like making? I mean, they do make.
I feel
trap
like people
songs
are
of it.
more forgiving though when you're that big. You know what I mean?
When you're that big, exactly. When you
100%.
can't expect Aktash Rebellion to like come here and drop a trap song. They'll lose all their fan base. It's such a prestigious genre. You know, everyone's stuck up with techno.
Very true, yeah. Even with Oliver Heldens as well, his high-low stuff.
The fact he had
Bro,
to
he's
make,
banging it though.
He's banging it. God
I think last year he won both best EDM and best techno artist.
Really?
And it's
Oh.
like he's the same guy. Like he won award.
That's what I love though, dude. It's people like him, people like like Skrillex,
Yeah.
that are actually even I would say even David Guetta, bro, he's branching out into a little bit of techno here and there as
Yeah,
well.
even like
with
drum and
Morton and
bass,
stuff. Like
yeah.
I like that, dude. I like when people are trying new things. Cedric Gervais, bro. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that name. He just dropped a techno track the other day as well, and it's good.
Anything.
So I like that these big artists are branching out. My only fear is I hope it doesn't become like Big Room. Where everything just becomes the same formulaic structure and system, right? But then again, like break boundaries. That's what it should be at the end of the day. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never
100%.
follow the same formula. But it's good that they're branching out and they're keeping their same name.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good when like people just decide to do the other thing, if that makes sense. Like,
Oliver Heldens features himself in his songs, where we notice. High-low featuring Oliver Heldens.
But he's a character. I remember we used to listen to his Whole Deep Radio and like just hearing like, "Hello guys, how are you
It's
doing?"
the
I was like,
accents
"This
that
guy's a wild guy."
I'm in my mom's basement
Yeah,
right now.
I'm currently sleeping in my parents' house. It's 4 a.m.
That
I
sounds like a
can't.
vibe.
Yeah, fuck that, man. Goddamn, even being that big and still staying at your parents' house. Man. Fuck, it's all about family at the end of the day. Like a Fast and Furious episode. But speaking of different types of genres, here at Vaabs Podcast, we like to play a little Fuck, Marry, Kill. Yeah, with the use of music genres.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. So, for you, we have Fuck, Marry, Kill, Big Room, Afrotech, Drum and Bass.
Okay. People are gonna hate me for this, bro. But now, I'm surprised you didn't ask me about techno, but that's pretty obvious.
It would
Yeah,
be
same thing, I
obvious.
don't wanna give
yeah.
you the easy
Stitch you up.
I would kill Afrotech, but only because of my options.
Okay.
I would fuck Big Room
Oh,
and
yeah.
I would marry drum and bass.
Oh damn!
Oh, damn.
Look at Drum and Bass then.
Yeah. Hasty.
You didn't give me a choice. But I'm a drum and
Yeah.
bass, liquid drum and bass. My man.
Oh,
Oof.
yeah.
Have you heard the similarities? It's very similar to melodic techno sometimes. It's a bit faster, of course, and the beat is different, but I feel like the atmospheric stuff, layers, are very similar.
Yeah, 100%.
The
Even for
progressive
me,
bass lines.
it's like I know it's probably blasphemous to say this, but like piano, liquid drum and bass, and like the melodic techno all have the same thing where it's like you're just chilling at like
Piano?
just in the sense like you're chilling. No, wait. Give me a second.
Let him land, let him
How
land.
dare you put those three
No, it's just I'm saying it's
genres with the
blasphemous. But I'm saying like a Sunday chillers, that constant like but just in the sense for me, it's like out of those things, because we've gone to like a Sunday liquid drum and bass thing in Melville, and then we've done like the Sunday techno, and then we've done like a piano thing, and they'll fall into that category of like it's just chilled music that's being played.
Yeah, fair. Okay, well,
But
the
yeah,
piano is a chilled
yeah.
music.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but not beats. I'm not gonna put beats per minute. Yeah, I
Yeah.
won't try hurt anyone.
So you put them. You said what?
No.
Piano.
Please don't think. I need to say it because I don't.
David,
This is controversial. I
confess.
don't like piano at all.
and what else don't you like? Confess
What else
everything.
did you like?
I don't like Afrotech. I'm gonna say that.
Have
No, fuck it. I hate it. I think there's definitely
let's be
good.
fair, let's
yeah,
be
there's
fair.
good to be heard.
there's some amazing Afrotech
Yeah.
out there, and in fact, I've played some amazing Afrotech in my sets as well. But bro, only like 1 or 2 songs, right? Like I can't have it constantly. Look, even techno, bro, you can't have it banging the whole time. Like there's also that's why I like techno. There's different types of techno, right? For now, Afrotech is just Afrotech, and then you get the more techno-ish Afrotech, which is the
Yeah.
ones I like,
Yeah.
which is very hard to find. It's very rare to find. And then you get the proper just housey Afrotech, which is sick, dude. Don't get me wrong. It's well produced. If it's a well produced track, it bangs. There's some amazing Afrotech tracks out there. But it's just the redundancy of it is what gets me. It's like
Yeah.
it's the same shit.
Does.
It follows that big room formula. Does that make sense? It's got that
Yeah.
intro, that build up, that piano, like flowy, happy, like melodies and stuff.
Yeah,
and then
100%.
end of story. Yeah. Whereas techno, it's got you got your aggressive ones, you got your chilled ones, you got your emotional ones, which you can't even play out. Some of the ones don't even have kick drums in it. You know, it's just ambient sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I for me. For me, Afrotech as well. It's just a big build up. Like it just always feels like it's building up, and then the song finishes. So
What's
that's-
that? Afrotech.
Yeah. So that,
Oh, right,
that was
right, that's
that was
actually-
my big gripe with it. That
How about you, Lebs?
He's an
I love Afrotech. I love piano. I love it all.
Yeah, yeah. Is that why you're so quiet?
You know what it is? I love it going out and listening to it. I can't chill on my own and like get voluntarily play Afrotech unless it's like a banger of a song like Anchor Points or something like that. But it's like when I'm out and like it's a good DJ DJing it as well, or just like it's just good vibes in the air, then I'm like, oh yeah, I love Afrotech. Piano, I have to be in a certain mood. Hey,
And what's the mood?
fuck, I don't know.
Cabanos. Humbly in hand.
Monday morning.
Cubanas.
Yeah, 3 a.m. Monday morning, Cape Town, Cubanas.
Okay, I mean, I'll let that one like go. I can imagine.
No, don't worry. I've only ever done it once in my
No,
entire
that's the beauty of it though. Like diversity, man.
Yeah, 100%. As much as like you have like different music genres that you like to branch into, I feel like different groove styles as well.
Bro, we all getting influences from every genre as well. Like I listened to a Afrotech song as well, and I was like, yo, I really love that percussion groove. That would sound sick in like a techno track, you know.
Yeah.
I can thank an Afro track for the Afrotech track for that. So yeah, man. I mean, it's good that we have diversity. It's all love, bro. I mean, it's music. Music is music, and what are genres? You know, like let's break away from the genres.
Let's get
guys.
again.
You know?
Yeah.
What is it? A BPM? Oh, a certain progression.
A certain progression. It's a little bit off.
Yeah. Just slap it.
100%. But I feel like super fans of genres would hate us for this. But still,
Hopefully.
Break out of your bubble, man. That's what I say. Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
Do you have like a guilty pleasure? Like
Great
like
question.
Justin Bieber, like pop, like, and I mean that way, like another fucking genre.
I used to love Taylor Swift at one point. I'm not gonna
That
lie.
was cheeky
I wasn't
Swiftie.
like crazy about it, but
You're
some
in a
of her songs
Swiftie.
slapped, you know.
Yeah.
Like not the new ones.
No,
Love story, man. We're all there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that old one. That was beautiful. But she hasn't. She's broken away from that. Unfortunately,
she's happy.
That was that sort of country style vibes as well. Yeah, I love Dua Lipa. The Weeknd, I fucked with a lot.
disco type music.
Oh yeah, bro. That's what. Okay, I love 80s music. So when I'm not listening, when I'm driving my car, obviously I listen to techno and stuff. But there are times where I really need a break from. You know what I mean? So it's like, let's put some guitars, bro. Let's put some vocals in. Like let's listen to some proper, like Bryan Adams, bro. That shit goes in. And if people know me, they know how much I love Bryan Adams. But what was I saying?
Guilty pleasures.
Oh, guilty pleasures. Yeah, that's basically.
Bryan
Oh, yeah,
Adams is the
Weeknd
guilty.
and Dua Lipa. So
Yeah.
their songs have a lot of 80s influence, which is
very much so.
beautiful, man. And they're incorporating it so well in the modern time. They haven't made anything recently, but 2021, 2022.
Yeah.
The Weeknd was banging it, bro.
Yeah, 100%. His most recent album, Dawn FM.
Dawn FM, yeah.
It feels like
Wait, that was the one. Which one was the one where it was bloody all the time and he was wearing that red? the
After
red-
Hours.
That was After Hours.
Yeah.
That was one of my favorite works of his. Like that album, yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Did you see? He said that he's gonna stop under that alias. He thinks he's gonna move on to something else.
What weekdays?
He's been waiting for it.
In the news, I did not read it. So.
Oh,
But it was interesting when I saw that. I was like, shit. Like, this is like it's time to move on.
Vibes podcast, nothing but the facts.
nothing but the
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Really evolved at something.
You're still the same person at the end of the day, right? It's like the whole Tale of Us and Anima thing. It's not like Tale of Us doesn't exist anymore. It's just a different project. It's it's called an Anima project.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's a whole different style, and I doubt Anima's gonna be around for too long either.
It's a phase. and
It's
that's-
business, bro. Did you guys ever study business? It's like, what's that graph called? It's you got the growth and you got your maintenance and you got your decline and you got your depression.
I only did it in matric, and I was not doing well. So
I don't even know why I remember that, to be honest.
Oh, you're a businessman. Now it's fine.
School was like half useful.
Yeah. Everything has a timeline, right?
Yeah.
Except for McDonald's. But
They
those
knew
guys,
how to do
those guys will be
things.
around forever.
Fuck's sakes, actually. Do you ever feel like, as you ever struggle between being an artist and being like a businessman?
Oh, bro, it's funny you say that because I hardly think of myself. I mean, I would love to think of myself as an artist and I'd love to think of myself as a businessman, bro. But I'm always constantly grinding that I don't think I deserve those titles yet, Sure, I can be an artist, man. I can make my music, for sure. But I feel like as an individual, I mean, yeah, sure. As an artist, yes. But as a businessman, it's different, bro. It's a different type of responsibility that I think one needs to kind of earn to like claim for themselves. And until we get there, until I'm confident in that, I can be like, sure, I'm a fucking businessman. Until I'm making bucks. Artist, yeah, I can give myself that title actually. Now that I think about it, I mean, I've been grinding.
Yeah,
You've
Businessman, I mean, different aspects in the music industry. There's still a long way to go, and I'm very excited for that journey. But until I get to that point where I've made my mark in the game and I'm running big festivals, big events, and I'm booking massive international artists, I'd be like, cool, you're a successful businessman now. You know what I mean? So, but until we get there. But yeah, actually, what am I saying? I'm talking shit here, but yeah, it's a goal at the end of the day. It's to be that businessman, to be that iconic event organizer, and at the same time build my artist brand with it. So yeah,
Shit. That's beautiful, man.
is that beautiful? Thank you, man.
Yeah, it is,
it's a
man.
good- I think it's nice because it's the true saying, like, I'm not comfortable where I am. I need to get somewhere.
Yeah, bro, I'm
100%.
constantly grinding, bro, and I think I am my own worst enemy at times because I'm always trying to focus on the next best thing, not the best thing, but the next step.
Yeah.
How can I be better? And I think my family and my girlfriend tells me many times, like, bro, like sit back and celebrate your small wins. I think many of us don't actually do that often enough. And we tend to overlook, like, even for example, like playing, hosting that event at Sounds of Eden. I don't think I even had a moment. I did eventually, but it took me a while to actually sit down and reflect and be like, you know what, bro, we actually executed that. You know? Like, that was a win, man. Like,
Yeah, fully.
give yourself a pat on the back, and you deserve to be happy for that. Whereas, like, I think that's another, going back to your social media question, I think that's a big problem with social media, is that we always tend to compare ourselves to so many people. Back in the day, like when our parents' time, I don't think they understand, but like back then they had the competition of their neighbors. Like that was their competition, neighbors and school friends and all that stuff. When the internet broke out and social media became a thing, we realized how small the world is and how many people are actually grinding, bro. Like there's a 12-year-old making banging tracks. It's like, there's so much, and then we tend to get lost in that shit. I mean, that's why I would stay away from social media.
Yeah.
And that's a personal choice of mine, but it is what it is. But yeah, man, I mean, there's always more to push for.
Always, yeah.
But yeah, take a step back and just be like, well done.
Yeah.
You are that artist that you're getting there. At least you are where you are now. Looking back 10 years, like you dreamt of playing at these places. So like, well done for actually getting there. Where to next?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I feel like that's so true in terms of being a creative or being in any space, especially like I feel like half the time I think like most of our fans are like social media fans, but I feel like in any point in your life, like people who have that growth mindset, and I don't know if it's as a function of growing up in Joburg a little bit, but I feel like there's always just this like constant go
constant hustle mentality.
100%.
I don't think it's just Joburg, bro. I think sure you can't compare Joburg to Cape Town. People are chilling in Cape Town.
Yeah,
but you're right. There's this constant competitive push that everyone's trying to be. Like everyone's trying to be the best thing, And I think the world needs that to an extent. And just going back to what I said earlier, like it can be also overwhelming, and you can drown in that if you're not careful. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah, because it can let you, like, it can either motivate you or put you down. Like it can.
And
go
it can
two
definitely
ways.
do the latter, bro, if you're not careful.
Oh, fully. I mean, even if that's like when we first started the podcast and everything, we were like pushing. Like, how are we not Joe Rogan at this point? And it's like, we've been doing this for
I was
4
thinking
months.
of Joe Rogan on the way here, actually. Yeah.
So I mean, it's like for us, like, because they're like the only sites that you have there are like the guy who's literally
The
getting
big
paid by
guys, the guys that have been
Spotify
there
for
already.
doing this, and it's like, why are we not here yet?
But even for me, it's even like the thing, like you look at, like, even if it's a small influencer in fucking Philadelphia, USA, we still look at them and go, shit, they doing that.
Yeah.
And then it immediately shuts you down your uniqueness, you know, that you think you have. Like, and that's why I think like your point of social media has made us feel like we're so much less unique, because there must be someone else out there. And you could probably find them on social media doing something that you want to do, and that crushes me.
And executing it like 10 times better than you are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or they're like 10 years younger than you.
Oh,
You know?
In our parents' time, bro, that's probably why they fucking succeeded. I don't know, like faster.
yeah.
I don't know, it's tough thing to say.
Look, bro, I think you have to accept the fact. Like, there's always going to be people that are better than you, and there's always going to be people that are just under you. You know what I mean? So just, you focus on you, man. Like, you know, where were you yesterday? Where were you last year? Where are you today? Like, are you grinding? Are you putting in the work?
Yeah.
You know, like Joe Rogan as well, bro. Like, he didn't just wake up and he got a Spotify deal. Like, you look at his old videos, but he fucked up so many times, bro. Like, there's been really awkward situations. I mean, I'm sure you've watched many of his videos, and you know, it doesn't always go smoothly. And he's been doing it for over 10 years, I think, man. And that guy's had a crazy like journey in his career. But yeah, bro, just put the grind in, I believe, and give it your all, man. And no matter what it is that you're doing, that's the faith I have in my music journey, is that I'm never gonna stop, bro. Like, this is something that I've worked hard to, production especially. Like, I've sacrificed so much time, relationships. Like, bro, the amount of heartbreaks that I've gone through from my own heart and other people's hearts simultaneously.
All those
bro.
songs on Spotify.
And
There's
it's
some
like,
stuff
that's the
behind
songs,
them.
bro. That's why. It's because of my...
There's a lot of emotion behind it.
Yeah. So yeah, man. I mean, we're constantly working, bro. We're always working. But like I said, just give yourself some time to just chill. You know, and keep doing it, bro. Like, keep fucking pushing. Honestly, I believe in this podcast. And
That's
I
love,
really,
man.
really do believe that you guys are gonna go far with this.
That's exciting.
Yeah, man.
Even for you, when you were saying that you finally did take a second after Santa Eden to like
Yeah.
think back, when was it? Was it at the event, like watching everything unfold and be like,
Well, at
wait.
the event, I had a moment. Where
I was gonna say, because we saw you running around back and forth.
Yeah,
we were like,
yeah,
I hope he knows. I hope
separating,
like, I hope we know what you're like. That you are doing well. Like, you can see it. Like,
Yeah.
I know I'm running, but I'm happy.
Yeah,
kinda
I was
thing.
at one point I was smiling, bro.
Yeah, it's like
I
I'm
couldn't
so
stop
excited
smiling.
to
I
go
was
see that they're not blowing
we
up these
finally
speakers.
like did it, you know, like there's obviously a lot of room for improvement, but I mean, in that moment, bro, we definitely nailed it, and there was a smile. I couldn't get rid of that smile at one point. I was like, just relax, go in the corner, just
Mysterious.
be mysterious.
Yeah. But everyone's like, I saw Jan Solo smile, like, come on.
Hey, I'm always smiling, because when you don't see me smile is when you have to be worried.
Like, what has someone done?
But yeah, man, it was good reflecting on that. In the moment, I reflected, and obviously a few days later, I made a little journal entry as well.
That like realization of it all.
Yeah, man.
That's nice.
I like doing that.
Let's put it like into
Simple,
words,
yeah,
because you can
just-
then see it as well.
Yeah, I wish I could do it more often. I need to do it more, but definitely that's something that I'd like to do.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you do meditating as well. You're very like big into like.
I used to
That
be
kind of
very
stuff,
massive in my health and journey, like gymming and stuff.
Yeah.
Like there was a point where, you know, I was measuring my food. I was in a calorie deficit all the time. Really, like, and I won't lie, like I looked good, but I couldn't sustain that, bro. And this industry doesn't allow you, bro. Like, I would
You need
love to
8
go to
hours
gym
of
every day.
sleep. Like,
Yeah,
what?
no, 8 hours of sleep will be like a luxury, bro. But but I get tired. So, but like, even when I don't jaw, like I just get home on the weekend, I'm like, I'm just exhausted. Like, so I just want to nap and just not nap, just dose. The nap won't be enough, bro.
I need to sleep.
I need to sleep.
Oi, Club Duvet waiting for me, brother. Fuck's
Exactly,
sakes.
bro. But then that's the same thing. Like, you feel guilty for sleeping. You know, what I mean?
fully,
Like,
yeah.
bro.
I feel like that as well. Like when you're your own like boss, like your own entrepreneurship self. It's
Yeah.
like you're the only one pushing yourself to do more.
That's the thing, bro. That's another thing about being a businessman or being an entrepreneur and doing this to yourself. Like, you have to do it. If you don't do it, nothing's gonna happen. Right? You're
And
not
you're still
gonna
gonna be
get
shocked. It's like, oh wow, I didn't get booked. Or you didn't apply.
Well, you didn't book
Ah,
yourself.
well,
It's like, oh, fuck's sakes.
You didn't have an event to book yourself at, bro. So why are you complaining?
Fuck's sakes. Oh, that's so jokes, man. We have a couple questions from
Let's
our
do it.
fans as well. Yeah. So the first one comes from Luke Horseman, and he wants to know a fan interaction that you'll never forget.
be that good or bad.
that I will never forget. There was one particular gentleman, I would say. While I was playing, he came behind the deck somehow. It was in Cape Town.
Yeah.
I don't mind people jamming behind me. Just don't interfere with what I'm doing. It's not my job to tell you to go off the stage. Right?
Don't
My
by
job is
mistake
to
pause my
focus and
set.
make sure the crowd is vibing. Like that's the bouncer's job or the event organizers to tell the people to go off stage. So I'm thinking they're just like groupies or they're allowed to do this, right? So I don't mind. But at one point, I don't lie, I think his hand kind of slipped towards the front there and gave a little squeeze.
While you're playing.
Sir, you are not VIP enough for this.
And funny enough, it happens. Not happens a lot. It doesn't happen a lot. But those sort of incidents have happened quite like regularly when I go out.
Oh,
Yeah, it's always by gents. I'll be honest,
That's so dark.
but never at like Babylon.
Yeah.
This is the place where it should happen. I'm waiting.
Like, oh, you gotta come. Oh, what?
Dude, come down. Oh,
Yeah.
god damn.
That's hectic,
That's
bro. How
fucking
did you
crazy.
react?
I didn't.
I would pause the set. I would pause
No,
the
no.
whole set.
Pause it. No, you can't do that. No, I obviously looked at the guy. He was very drunk.
Yeah.
But somehow, eventually, someone came and pushed him off. Like, it wasn't like he was just grabbing me and I was just like walking it, you know?
You're just there, hands on it, and you're like,
Good chakra. No. I obviously, like, I moved aside and eventually somebody came and pulled
Yeah,
him
at
away.
least.
But that was a crazy incident, yeah. A more sort of good memory, I would say, is crowd interactions, you said, or fan interactions.
Yeah,
fan
just anything,
interaction,
yeah.
crowd.
It's when I think there's nothing like hearing your name in a crowd, first of all, but when it's getting chanted by multiple people, you know, you can always have your sister or your girlfriend or someone like, "Yeah, solo," you know, like,
Yeah.
but when other people are doing it as well, it feels good. But
Yeah.
there's honestly a better feeling than that, I think, is when, you know, you drop a track for at the right time, at the right venue, at the perfect like moment in a packed floor.
yeah.
And the way they react, bro, I'm just thinking about it now, I get goosebumps, bro. But yeah, that feeling is incredible.
When you hear that wild, yes,
I was just about to say, when you drop like the darkest techno and you're, yes,
That's when you know you're hearing a good song. Bro. You hear yes us in the crowd.
yeah, 100%, man.
Oh.
Next fan question. Very confusing. We don't know what's gonna come of this, but Shanae Sharp says, describe the term sugar walls.
How about you guys guess what sugar walls is?
Oh,
Is there context of which we at least have? Or is there
no context, just vibes.
What's the age restriction on this?
Fully,
how derogatory can I go? How explicit?
you could.
As much as you want.
we
fuck
press the
sakes.
18 plus.
Sugar
on our
walls,
one.
my friend, is the sweetest thing, bro. I can tell you, it's the one thing that you leave your nuts hanging out of.
Oh, hectic.
You know,
Oh, wait.
you feel me, yeah.
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 Sugar wall.
Sure. I think maybe you should cut that part.
That's fair. That's fair.
Thanks, Shanae Sharp. That's my girlfriend, by the way. Yeah.
Oh, wait. That would explain the multiple questions and the probably have to cut this to not a question, just a statement. I'm glad that Jan Solo was the winning sperm. So yeah, I was like, this is such a weird.
Those are the good fans you got there.
Winning sperm, winning
Sugar
artist,
winning artist.
winning event organizer. Let's go.
100%.
Top 3.
Yeah, maybe a more wholesome one then. What's one thing you would like to change about the industry if you could?
I've got the answer for that. I would like people that are in the industry to stop thinking of other people as threats and more of them as opportunities, bro. I think that's very important. Because I can't fathom it. It boggles me where you will have a talented motherfucker, bro. Like, he's working hard, but then the one guy will see him and say, bro, you're grinding, you made it. Like, give him a shot. He's gonna remember you when he's old enough.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be part of his journey, man. That's for me, that's invaluable. Being part of someone's journey and succeeding in his music career, like, what's not to like about that, bro? That's what's better than that, in my opinion. Find opportunities in people, bro, instead of finding threats. I think.
And especially if you're in the place to give someone an opportunity as well. It's like weird that you wouldn't even think of doing it.
Sometimes I feel like maybe that's not the way to do it. I'm not going to change who I am and what I stand for, and but I do get disappointed sometimes when I do receive certain people's reactions or certain people's mindset when we do interact, or at least when I hear things from people. I will always see the best in someone and not judge them off someone else's word. I'd rather give them opportunity to like give me their first impression, and then we'll take it from there. But yeah, man, I mean, music is love, bro, and then there's enough for everyone. I promise you that. There's enough. I mean, maybe not when AI takes over, which is it is, but that's a discussion on its own.
100%, man. No, that's a beautiful sentiment, man. Yeah.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, but it's been a pleasure having you.
Only a pleasure, bro.
Yeah, man.
Thank you guys. That was awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Absolutely. Yeah, good times, good vibes, man.
Good times, good vibes. Really, thanks for having me. It was really a lot of fun. Looking forward to this a lot.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, man. So are we. Fuck's sake. I feel like it's so nice to like meet somebody at like group,
That
but
went by
also
so
to.
quickly. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's like a full hour.
literally full hour, and it always fucking flies. It doesn't make sense, but I promise you'll feel the dump just now.
Feel that?
The dump, the dopamine.
Oh,
There's a little bit of afterwards. There's just this lag.
I'm just gonna stop myself from like going and checking it out on YouTube later.
100%. But guys, thank you so much for joining us. A big, massive thanks to our guest Jan Solo once again. Really appreciate you coming through, brother. From the Vaabs boys, Davey, Delicious D, your certified Vaabs controller, Dylan, DJ D, and your captain, Lebo, not D, just Lebrazil. We're signing out. Thank you guys so much for joining us. If you want to go check us out on the socials, go make sure you check out us on Vaabs Podcast on all the socials. Type us in anyway, you'll find it.
You'll definitely find it. And Jan, where can they find you?
Everywhere _ Jan Solo Music or / Jan Solo Music, or just Jan Solo on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere else. You'll find my stuff out there.
And any events coming up?
Events are coming up. We're actually in the works for the next Sounds of Eden. So just keep that in mind.
I like it.
Music will be
Nice.
dropping soon. After we'll be dropping soon. Releasing a song as well next week Friday. In fact, this is the little subtle plug. It wasn't intentional. I realized I'm like, oh, the Mandalorian. So yeah, you'll see it. I'll drop the preview this week.
Oh, wait, that's
excited
Next
for
week
it.
Friday. Yeah.
definitely beautiful, man. Yeah, but from us here at Vaabs, from Jan Solo, ladies and gentlemen, we've been Vaabs Podcast, telling you to always keep vibing. Woo! Oh, wait.